All right, we're back with the Passing Show on Hair Wings Live with Hal Gill, your host. We're about to head across uh, to 21st Street and not too long. Nothing coming this way. See how much I got coming that way. Not much. Cross against the lights. Cut by the mansion here. I would say home of James G. Blaine, Vice President of the United States, and found it a little bit too much. So moved out many years ago. It's now the home of Pizza Paradiso, among other businesses. There's a Pain Quotidian, the bread of the day, daily bread. There also, people are not sitting outside for the most part because of the smoke coming in from Canadian wildfires. It's not as dense as it was, but it's still pretty bad. I can see it in the air. Smell it a little bit, but not too severe. Got the second story books rack to peruse, get a little bit of an idea of some of the work products of humanity over the past century or two. The whole idea of the Passing Show is to bring us a little bit of who, what, when, and where here in Washington, D.C., a little raw journalism as it happens, Canadian wildfire smoke monitoring, among other things. See a little bit of a person's biography go by when somebody crosses the range of the lens. So it could be alibi material. These folks down there were wearing masks. I think I might put mine on. I don't know. I had one, took it all the way down to the barber shop. Now I decided not to wear it, but it could be worn on the way home, or I could put it on at any point and filter the air a little bit. Particulate stuff is not necessary in my lungs. I think I might do that. The O Street Mansion's right down there. You see all those flowers out front. Interesting bronze sculptures of figures from Alice in Wonderland grace its front side. It's supposed to be worth a visit. I never have. This is known as the Brewmeister's Castle. It's now a bit of a museum, I understand. Has some other offices in there. Wooden shutters. I like wooden shutters. I've had some louvered wooden shutters in the house I had in Fox Ridge years ago. We fixed it up pretty nicely for ourselves, my then wife and I. She did a lot of work. Life goes on. Life continues. What we decided to have built there is still there. Somebody's living there, unaware of us and our history. I ought to write that history someday. I haven't done a lot of writing about that period when I was married the first time. And I write about a lot of things, a lot of life. I actually hit upon 1983 earlier today, some of my writing. I don't think I've actually published that one yet. It's still in progress back at the computer, languishing as a draft out on Substack servers. It's been saved, I'm sure. But maybe it'll come out, maybe it won't. Let's see. Share a little joke with the world. That's what it was all about. I'm going to go over here, cut down 21st Hampshire Avenue. Passing the flats at DuPont Circle, they're now leasing. Air quality's not really great. Fog City. And we'll take this road down to 21st Street. And we'll head down 21st and we'll get to Listener Auditorium in short order. Going to take in the Washington Tattoo this afternoon. That's a little bit of military music for the most part, or inspired by military music, different marching units, and dancing as well. A lot of folks who carry on Highland dancing. Bagpipers, fifes and drums. It's all a piece, a celebration of the 250th anniversary of our country. So that should be interesting. The Washington Tattoo is headed up by Mark Riley, Billy White. I wouldn't be surprised to see more than a few of our compatriots in attendance. Luckily, I only live a few blocks away. It's just straight up 21st Street from the Listener Auditorium. So it makes it a pretty easy trek for me. Corner of 21st Street Northwest, New Hampshire Avenue now. Turning to the left. And you see some of the plant life we've got growing up around us here, helping with the production of oxygen. Something to think about. The interweaving of all life, from plant life, fungal life, archaea, parasites like are apparently coming from lettuce supplies at Taco Bell, Taylor Farms. It's been traced to be the origin of the outbreak of explosive diarrhea happening throughout the United States. And to 32 states at last count. Hope it doesn't come here. Don't want that. I can cross here and then cross there. Let's see if that works out. Little park. People sitting around outside. Little artwork on the boxes. Motorcycle coming on. Yeah, make it across now. Making it across. Rakuya down the way. It is what it is. Tate as well. In the street, 21st. This was the home of Artomatic a few years ago. 2100 M Street. It's no longer. Ooh, I got ways to go if it's on M Street. Let's see. Got to cross L, K, I, H. It's not too bad. M, K, M, L, K, H, I. About 5 blocks. And we're heading there. There's Row House across the way. That's Star Health in the corner. Lafayette Center. Try to get a lot of my medical care in the past. Not impressed with the urology department, though. It really ticked me off. Now, I don't know if I'll go back or bother trying to get a yearly exam or anything. Got a clean bill of health from the guy, but I don't feel all that healthy. And I know that they have a tendency to miss prostate cancer. My PSA went up just a little bit, but something to watch. We do not want to miss it, and we want to catch it early, get the treatment necessary, get on the other side of it. I contributed quite a bit to prostate cancer research as a result of my father having it. My uncle also had it on my mother's side, very close relation. My mother's twin brother probably died of it, 76. Spared, as it were, the effects of old age. My mother is in a state of decline mentally, moving today to memory care from her assisted living apartment. And it is what it is. Got to think about planning for my own future. So we've been doing that a bit, my wife and I. We haven't completed our studies of this matter yet, but I have some ideas. There were clouds in my coffee, probably. Dreams, there were clouds in my coffee, I think is actually the line from You're So Vain. It sprung to mind because I saw I'd shared it on Facebook years ago, right after Waiting for a Friend by the Rolling Stones. Just to figure it into my history and one of my less than positive moments. Thaddeus Stephen Early Learning Center. I don't know. There's a line in my head now coming through about people just not caring. Up on a hill, they've got time to kill. Steely Dan. Well, let's see what we're gonna get next. Swinging back and forth, taking in who, what, when, and where of it all. 2020 K Streets, retail space release. Pennsylvania Avenue coming up on the horizon. Everybody knows 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This air will give a bad taste in your mouth, actually. Tiny particles carried by the winds aloft, pressed down by the heat. We're supposed to get some rain. It'll help wash some of this out of the air. Wilmer Hale. Over there. Realize anything? Looks like I can make it this far. Probably not. Did it? Campus store of Cal George Washington University. There's I Street. 1 block further is the listener auditorium. Smoke seems to be increasing here slightly. George Washington University campus store. are just books. Founded in 1821, George Washington University was. There's the listener. Down below, you can almost see George Washington's water horse from here. A monument to a hippopotamus that apparently belonged to George Washington. It could be seen cavorting in the waters nearby. I don't know if there's a lot of truth to that or not. I have to look it up someday, or if it's just legend. We're close to the University Student Center now. Right here, summer hours are 7 to 9 p.m. Looks like folks are arriving at the listener. Seeing an older crowd so far. I'd want to come out and support this effort of the Washington tattoo. We're down to 71% power. We're going to wrap up the passing show right about here. A few more steps. I want to take in George Washington's water horse. Get my ticket out, though. There's some of the old guard going in, I can see. In uniform. George Washington's river horse, legend has it. The Potomac was once home to these wondrous beasts. Gotta touch the nose of the hippopotamus for good luck. All right. George Washington University Listener Auditorium, the home of Waiting for Columbus by Little Feat, among other things. My first King Crimson concert was here in 2017, Octoberish, if I remember right. Hi, how